everybody? Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an incredible day. Today's video is how to stop procrastinating. And I'm going to be honest with you once again, because this will help you move along in your life. The first thing you need to do, and I say this in the most honest way, is to clean your house. That's not a joke. A lot of people don't realize having clutter around your house clogs up your mind. You will know after about a good 2 or 3 weeks, you may have some jeans laying around here, something laying there, almost said an album. No one has an album anymore. Just something lying around the house. When you clean up, when you dust, when you vacuum, it clears your mind out completely. I would recommend an easy way to also get rid of the excess inside of your house. This is just me. This is what I've done to help you stop having so many distractions. Would be to simply sell the extra things that you don't need in your house on eBay, on Amazon, on Craigslist, wherever you feel safest doing so. I would do this as well. It also not only puts extra money in your pocket, it also allows you to live a cleaner lifestyle isn't the word I'm looking for, but like a less cluttered world would be what I'm trying to say. Third thing is to develop a rhythm of doing something. I used to live a very insane life. I used to have about 2 breakfasts. I used to have lunch around like 4 o'clock. I used to have dinner around 11. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, me and my old flatmate would go eat again. Not very good. I used to go out clubbing a lot. A lot of you don't know that. I used to go out clubbing and then I'd wake up at really weird times and I had no actual structure to my life. And of course, I just didn't really do anything because why would I do anything? It's easier to just procrastinate than have to do all this other stuff. So the rhythm I developed was fairly common. Have breakfast at 9, have lunch at 12, have dinner at 8 p.m. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds nonsensical, but this helps you get into a certain structure. The same exact way that people develop the structure when they go to work, especially if you have a timed 9 to 5. I know a lot of people are working multiple jobs right now, so they may not exclusively be on one time frame. You have to start developing a rhythm for your body to understand that you need to start doing things at a certain time over and over and over. And this can be procrastination for anything. Anything you may be procrastinating with in your life right now, this will apply to you. Your body needs a rhythm. We mentally need some form of a structure or we cannot exist. And I'm sure you've noticed this as well. A lot of times if you are jobless, just not doing things, whatever the case might actually be, your body craves the structure even when you think that you don't. Next part, develop a goal. This is going to be the bread and butter, the core of exactly what you are going to be focusing on. You have to have a goal for something that you want to reach. If the goal is to simply stop procrastinating forever, it's not going to work. You need to make sure that there's a light at the end of the tunnel that you can see yourself also progressing on. My goal, myself, is to, I don't want to say become richer, to acquire more assets so that I am able to live an easier life through investing. It makes it a lot easier that I've focused exclusively on exactly what my goal is going to be, and that is to acquire more assets. Everything that I do, and I've been doing it for so long, it's now a complete habit. Figure out exactly what you want, how you can acquire it, and just keep doing that every single day. It sounds insane, but it completely works out. I wanted to develop a YouTube channel, either here or the other one. So I started making videos on it every single day. And lo and behold, as time went on, I got exactly what I wanted because I had a goal and I kept on sticking to it. My goal was to keep making content for these things over and over and over, and it worked. I now have 2 big YouTube channels. A lot of people, I've noticed this before, my friends, and in the comment section, people call me a content creator beast. And that's because I don't procrastinate. Like, I make sure that I never waste any time. If I could show you, and I won't because you'll just be kind of freaked out, I keep hitting things as much as possible to be able to make sure that I'm doing them. And even if you tell me, I promise you I'm crazy. If you tell me to do one thing, I'm going to do about 5 just because I want to make sure that I have a huge amount of excess. This is why sometimes you'll see on this channel or the other channel, I'm posting about 3 things a day because my mind keeps telling me just keep on working. I don't know if I'm a workaholic, but I think it's something along those lines. My goals are very clear. Make excessive amounts of money. I know how to do it, so I keep focusing on these things every single day, and it's almost more difficult for me to even procrastinate, because even when a lot of times when I don't want to do something, I find that I'm actually just online, and when I'm online looking for stuff, it's either figuring out how to make more money or I'm buying art, which is also another part of my portfolio as well, so therefore I'm not really procrastinating. I'm just still kind of working even as I'm not doing anything. I'm not telling you to be as crazy as me. It's just more like I'm explaining the mindset. Focus on exactly what your goal is. Another part is to get rid of distractions. And I know this is going to be a very difficult one. If you find, and I can't even put into words exactly what your goal might be. If you find that your goal is something that you've really wanted for a long time, I'm going to be honest, and you find that your friends aren't on that same path as you, or don't support you, or don't think you should do it, or discourage you from doing it, it may be time to either start seeing them less or not see them at all. And I say this from experience. I used to tell my friends I wanted to become an investor. I wanted to start saving money. I remember years ago, I had the goal of buying a castle in France. If you look up the buying a castle in France, it's not really expensive at all. That was my goal. And I had a lot of friends who laughed at me, who completely were like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You'll never have enough money for that. And it kind of completely tore me down. And eventually I was like, I can do whatever I want. For I don't have a castle yet, but I can buy a castle now if I wanted to, in its simplest terms. But it's still this I realized we weren't on the same page, and we were never going to be on the same page. They had no intent of investing, of making money. It's the same exact thing. If you find yourself in a situation where you're trying to lose weight and you find that you're procrastinating doing the exercises, it may be because of negative things around you. You have to cut out as many distractions as possible. And that could be something as simple as you watching video games on YouTube. That could be as simple as you calling it. I mean, it could be anything. I can't think of what kind of scenario you have in your life, but you can do it. Like, these things aren't impossible. Like, there's a reason why other people have also done it. It doesn't mean that you're immune to being able to do it. You just have to figure out your actual focus and kind of completely go for it. You have to get into the rhythm of doing something. If you want to lose weight, wake up every morning. The moment you wake up, roll onto the floor, do 15 push-ups, do 15 sit-ups, and continue doing that until you get to your goal. The same exact thing. If you have to write a paper, if you have to write a book, if you have to do some type of homework, if you have to make something for your channel, it's endless. You have to make this goal over and over. The really interesting part, and what I think helps a lot of people as well, is to either set a daily reminder, or if you have a friend who can help you out on that goal, not to say that all your friends are going to be completely against you, do something as simple as messaging you every single day at the same exact time to make sure that you're doing said activity. This helps a lot. There was a guy on YouTube, somewhere on the internet. His goal, once again for this example, was to lose weight. And he said he could never really do it. It was every single morning. He would do it for about 3 or 4 days, and eventually he would fall off. He had a friend of his text him every single day, "Are you working out?" He didn't say it that nice. It was kind of explicit, but for this video, I'll say it that way. And he said it gave him the motivation because he got tired of his friend messaging him all the time with his things. He's like, fine, I'll do it. And eventually, after a year, he got to where he wanted to be. But also by even the end of it, he continued to work out because it was already a goal in his mind that he just had to keep on hitting. For those of you who don't know, after doing something for 30 days, anything for 30 days, it becomes a habit. I had a flatmate. He was trying to eat healthier. He was trying to do more exercises and stuff like that. So every single morning he would go out jogging. I went out with him like twice. I don't care for jogging. But he used to make a huge, gigantic smoothie every single morning. It was bananas and blueberries and strawberries and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. So I started doing it every single day. And it became a habit of mine for breakfast, especially in the summertime, to have a nice, big, gigantic smoothie. It's not only healthy, it's also delicious. And it's also a complete habit to be able to now make these things all the time, to be able to get the vitamins and minerals that my body needs from doing this. But it's just also a complete habit. It just, try. And do it. I was going to say, try something for 30 days. And then after 30 days, come back here and tell me how it's worked out for you. Tell me what change you see in your body, what change you see in your health. You may want to stop smoking. There's so many different ways. It's just, we all procrastinate in some sort of way. It's just you won't do it when you really have a defined goal in your head. It's one thing to be like, oh, I'm tired of procrastinating. If you figure out why you're procrastinating and what you're procrastinating on, and you just simply do it, like name one thing that's actively stopping you from doing this thing. Like if you're trying to write a paper and you're currently handcuffed to a bed, well, then you can't do it. If you're trying to make more money and your bank account's at zero and you don't have a bank account, you don't have a bank card, and you can't spell the word money, well, therefore you can't make any money. But if you have no restrictions in front of you except for your own laziness, it's you that's stopping you. Imagine how far you're watching this video right now. Imagine exactly in a year from now how far you'll be in your goal if you did what needed to be done every single day. Imagine if your goal every day was to save $5, how much money you'd have at the end of the year. Imagine if your goal was to simply lose a pound, 2 pounds, a kilo, 2 kilos by the end of the month, how much you will have lost by the end of it. The same exact thing goes with eating better, working out, jogging, studying, investing. It's just about making it a complete habit, and you'll find that you won't procrastinate at all with it anymore. It's pretty much as simple as that. Make it a daily habit. It has to become a routine. If you find that you can't do it yourself, have a friend who helps you, set a reminder, and just get on this time track. You'll be able to do it in no time. I promise you. It's not as difficult as you think. It's not difficult at all. It's just this mental hurdle that you kind of gotta get over. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope that I helped. If you have any questions, as always, ask me in the comment section below. If I missed anything, if you feel like I missed something, if I should elaborate more on something else, I'll do it. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I'll most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.